I have a deck in front of me. It's the Dreaming Way Tarot by Choi, and it's by US Game Systems. It is still in print as of right now. It's been in print for a while, and I thought I would look at it and make some comments, my average review. So I thought I had already talked about this one, but I hadn't. So here's the box. So Dreaming Way Tarot, illustrated by Kwon, Shina. And it looks like it's sort of drawing with watercolor. Dreaming Way Tarot dresses up traditional tarot with contemporary artistic flair. And this exquisite deck's stylish characters breathe new life into the scenes and symbols of the major and minor arcana. Dreaming Way Tarot offers fresh interpretations of tarot and explores numerological, there we go, as well as elemental influences. It's still early, so I'm still trying to wake up, but I wanted to talk about this. So, typical tuck box. Crazy thing about this box is the cards are packed in here so tight, they're very difficult to close the flap. And I think it might be because of the book. Yeah, card's still stuck in there. So, let's look at the cards. There's the box. It comes with a book. Typical book, talking about the cards, the meanings. There's an introduction, and 2012 is the copyright. We have sort of the title card here telling you about it, and the back. The back is, I am not a fan of it. It looks like some sort of lizard skin, abstract gobbledygook. And is it reversible? Well, yeah, but if the cards are mixed up, you can kind of tell if the cards are reversed because the pattern isn't the same. It's different. And about the author and the artist. So you see that. And then here are the cards, which I've left in order. So they have typical it's US games, typical cards. Look kind of cool when you spread them out. Okay, so let's. I've already flipped through these myself, so they're kind of reversed. So let's look at them this way. So here are the Fool. The one thing that drew me to buying this deck was just the artistic sort of the way they're dressed is strange, like it's another world, some country that doesn't exist. And we have a white dog, precipice, knapsack, motley sort of headgear. The Magician. The cups in this deck are like this polka dot strange thing. This looks like a woman. And the one thing I noted about this deck is it really does sort of the way they dress is sort of the emphasis. So everything else is sort of secondary, but the way they're dressed, the design, is different. I like this one, the High Priestess. The moon has like barnacles on it. And you see there's nothing else. She's holding the Torah. There's no pomegranates. There's no... Got the moon there. But this looks more like almost like a octopus tentacle. The Empress. I like the plaid, the wheat, the emperor. He's got that tartan plaid, but the checked, these sort of flowers. These flowers, there's actually one on the side of the deck. It looks like a sort of a zinnia to me, but it's very kind of 60s, kind of 70s designer feel to it, like some motif you'd see on wallpaper or note cards or something. Hierophant. The lovers. Chariot. Look at those colors. Got the horses. Here we actually see background starting to be depicted. Strength. I love that lion. Look at the curls in its hair. Again, fashion. It's a very fashion heavy deck. Oh, the Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Now this is an interesting take on the Wheel of Fortune. The spinning wheel. When you think of this, when I think of the spinning wheel, I think of the three fates. I think of the thread of life, and this is, we have like sort of an angel spinning this. It's all tangled up though. It's all a mess. So I think that's interesting. Justice. The hand holding the scales is really strange. It's almost precarious. I like that attention to detail. The puffy sleeves, pure white, blindness. The Hanged Man actually looks like a woman and a girl. Tied up. There's coat hangers there. We got some sort of neo-goth bondage thing going on. Death. Very simple. Temperance. Here we have the cups. The cups are with those dots on them. The Devil. Here we have Miss Goldenrod, straitjacket. Ooh, the Tower. This card is pretty cool. There's actually, do I see any people falling out of it? No. I was actually talking about the Tower yesterday to one of my friends at work, because he's into tarot too. And we talked about the Tower of Babel, how if people were actually building a Tower of Babel back when they supposedly built it, I don't think that architecture and engineering had come very far. So when you get to about the 10th floor, it's going to collapse on itself. I don't think God's going to come down and say, you're building that too high. I think that it's poor engineering. So Tower of Babel, poor engineering, even though I do like depictions of it like it's reaching into the heavens. But come on, you couldn't build a skyscraper without steel, and they weren't using steel. The Star. The Moon. Wrestling with that lobster. Huge moon there. The Sun, we have a baby. A lollipop. beautiful sunflowers. I love the watercolor sort of artwork going on. Watery and all the tones. Judgment. The world. Now this is interesting. It's an older man sort of sleeping, and he's been looking at a book with an eagle, an angel, a lion. It says the world. Drown? The world drown? I guess maybe it's a book of, I don't know. He's got his glasses there. He's got a pocket watch. And that was the major arcana. Let's go backwards. King of Swords. It's funny how some of the genders are changed here. So, here we have a king, but it clearly looks like a woman. Queen, all in white. Everything's white. The knight. Love those shoes. The page. Just sort of that dagger there. Oof. 10 of Swords. Nine of Swords. Eight. Seven. Look at that scarf. And those boots. 6. Very much a rider weight take. Well, influence. With different fashion. The fashion seems sort of Victorian, sort of, I don't know, 80s Victorian. It's sort of, you know, it's its own thing. It's completely made up. Medieval. 2 of Swords. Usually the swords are crossed here. They're not. The Ace of Swords. Now it's cups. So we're going to see those crazy cups with the dots. Queen of Cups has a child with her. And her crown looks like it's made out of coral. Knight of Cups. Page of Cups. She's got a teapot on her head, and there's fish floating in front of her. Oh, we got the different cups. 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups. 8 of Cups. There used to be a show on Nickelodeon, this rounded garment. It was, oh god, it was early 90s maybe or late 80s. These creatures would float. I think not Cities of Gold. There was maybe it was. It was kind of strange and out there, and I can't remember the name of it. But that roundedness reminds me of that. Six of Cups. Five of Cups. Four of Cups. That looks like there's a bit of collage going on there. Not painting, but the other cards do not have that. Ace of Cups. I think that's cool. The water is very dynamic. Really pops. King of Wands. Here we have a woman. She has a chameleon on her blouse, jacket. Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands. You can't see the horse. Page of Wands. She's looking right at you. And the Page of Wands is really the card I identify with. I don't know why. Something about it. Always the Page of Wands. Eight of Wands, just flying through the air. Seven of Wands. Six of Wands. Five of Wands. Four of Wands. And that's interesting. Straight jacket with sort of a epilepsy helmet or something. Reminds me of those things that kids wear that their head is being reshaped because their skull's deformed. Ace of Wands. Oh, King of Pentacles. Grapes. The earth. He's got spurs on his boots. She has a child. And her hair in some strange rollers. Knight of Pentacles. Page. Got some Wizard of the Oz stockings on. Wicked Witch of the West. Or East. Seven. Shopping bags. Six. Five of Pentacles. Four. Three. It almost looks like a box of Girl Scout cookies falling off of her head. Big white shirt, big blouse. Two. Whimsy. I like that. An ace. Really nice landscape there. It's very pretty. just a floating coin. And that is the deck. Now watch me try to fit it right back in the box, and it's... The cards themselves, fine. The book and the other cards, yeah, that's where it gets difficult. Stuffing. I don't know if it's the cardstock is just a tad thicker. Doesn't seem like it, but this box is tight. And then trying to tuck the flap in it. There we go. Like a pack of cigarettes. So, Dreaming Way Tarot. Let's see. Let me get my phone, because I usually... Let me go through my overall quality. It's decent. It's US game systems. It's going to be pretty sturdy wear. Usability, probably not as much as some decks, because of the non-traditional major arcana. So I would say 4 out of 10. Beginner advanced, I'd say it's a little more advanced because it's not good. It's not a gimme deck where it's giving you lots of minions. Collectible? Well, no, not really, unless it goes out of print. Quirks and issues. The box is tight. The backgrounds on a lot of cards are non-existent. It's just a pattern, or just like this. And there's not a lot of symbolism that's traditionally in the cards. So that would make it harder to read or remember things. Overall, I think it's good. It's very beautiful to look at. I love the artwork. Overall rating, I'd say 6 out of 10. I only got it for the artwork. I did not get it for reading. But it's a cool deck, regardless. Anyway, that's my take on it. What do you think? Thanks for watching.